Hey y'all, let's see what's going on in the energy. We're going to get a general read. When I clicked the button to go live, I saw one of the channels that I really like, and actually pretty much almost every video that I see comes in right on time. Like it's exactly what I was thinking about or focused on or needing assistance with, right? So I see this particular channel and the person that operates it as someone who is reputable. You know, they've gained my admiration and respect. But when I saw the title of one of their videos when I was going live, I'm like, yeah, but no, that doesn't make sense. And I don't know, but it brought to the forefront how just because you agree with somebody on most things, like the majority, it doesn't mean that you're going to agree with literally everything that they say or the way they see things. Like, that's just not even logical. You're supposed to be different. You're supposed to have a differing opinion. You're supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to find your own truth, find your own way. You know, everything is relative to you and who you are and what you want to see or what you believe. But anyway, what did it say? She said, feel it, don't fix it. And of course, I didn't watch the video, so I don't know. But in my mind, I was like, well, maybe for a time period, but ain't no way in the hell somebody gonna give me something that I have to feel, but it's something that needs to be fixed too, and I'm not gonna be the person to fix it. That's crazy. So that means that I have to just stay on the string waiting for you to fix it, waiting for you to straighten it out, waiting for you to make me feel better. And that makes me feel like a slave. I'm waiting on somebody else to do something that I can fucking do myself. I've always been that way. I've always felt like that was a thing. And it is. Sometimes it is nice to wait, but sometimes it's not, okay? I wait on God, and sometimes God takes too long, and I get to having to do it myself. Now, when it comes to God, nobody's going to do it better than God, and that's the fucking truth. So a lot of times I try to take it out of God's hands, do it myself, and it does not work for me. But when I operate in tune and in step with God, then I definitely see the results as opposed to me just waiting for God to do it all and me doing nothing. Faith without works, right? Yeah, it's dead. But there is a measure of being able to wait for certain things. Okay. So anyway, I don't know. I had to say that, y'all. Let's get into this. It's going to be brief. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. All right, let's get into it. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Two fours. The Fool. Nice. Okay, this is freedom. It's just freedom. It may be exactly what I was talking about. I mean, people can say you're foolish. People can see it a different way, but obviously, however they were seeing it or whatever they were choosing to do, it was holding on to you. It was keeping you stuck. It felt rigid, or it kept you in survival mode, and you felt like your back was up against the wall. Okay, that's no way to be. You know, you felt like you couldn't set yourself free, like you weren't free to move or do whatever the fuck you want to. And that's no way to feel or no way to live. But I do feel like the Four of Pentacles is not a bad card. So if it did sit you still for a time period, likely it was to your benefit. If it did put your back up against the wall, it likely helped you to see some things that you needed to give attention to. And it may have helped you to reject certain offers or certain ways of thinking or behavior patterns that you typically would fall trap or prey to. So something about what happened when it happened was really good for you. But at this point, I feel like the world is your oyster. You are open and ready to receive. You're ready for new things. You're ready for new cycles. You're ready for new fun. Even the full energy is new adventures, love, okay, business, just something new in your life. The Fool is unpredictable. The High Priestess is in reverse. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what's ahead, but you know what you were dealing with. It had to be the end of some kind of cycle. Like, this is the beginning. This is a brand new beginning. You're starting at zero. You've completed a cycle. You set yourself free. I feel like this is you embracing your current truth, your authenticity, and there's a lot of stability here for somebody who is coming out as the Fool. Thank you, Alicia. Welcome. Hi, Yaya. Funny. But yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. I feel as if it's not just you that may not know what you're about to do next, but other people don't know too. And these may be people that are desperate to know. They really want to know. The Fool and the Sun in reverse, Leo. That's crazy. The sun is out today. I'm recording this on is it Wednesday or Thursday? It's Thursday. Of course the sun will come out. It's Thursday. Thursday is the new Friday. It's the weekend. So the Fool, the Sun in reverse, the High Priestess. Someone is very sad and burdened by the fact that they aren't aware of what your plans are or what it is that you're going to choose to do. This could be someone who felt like you were the light in their life, or you gave them clarity, guidance. You could have helped them to be able to see for themselves what to do next. Like, I don't know if this is somebody that you gave a lot of advice to, or what's the High Priestess in reverse and the Sun? This could also be a release for you. There may be certain things you can't see that you don't need to. Yeah, the Three of Swords in reverse. This is healing. Okay, so I feel as if it's like multiple scenarios. Somebody feels forced to have to heal and deal with their own issues, their own feelings, deal with their own darkness, their own demons. They're having to go through a dark night of the soul on their own because they can't attach to you. They can't force you to do it for them. Okay, you set yourself free. You cut the leash. You cut the ties. You cut the strings. Someone doesn't have a hold over you. Way too high to get over on you and way too low to get under your skin. Nobody gets in. Nobody gets in to whatever this new beginning is. No one gets in unless you sent for them. So I feel like this is like a new level of standards, actually, that you're creating in your life. How you want to be treated, how you want to feel around people, and you're not letting anything less in. Good for you. Okay, so it works the same way because I feel as if you have freed yourself from having to go through this dark night of the soul by not becoming aware of the things that are hidden or unseen that are not to your benefit. You know, for some time period, you definitely have to look at your own darkness. But you only need to know a measure of other people's darkness as far as it can affect you. But you don't want to start to overwork or overexert yourself. And that could have been something that you were prone to do. So if you were to continue to do that, that would definitely be foolish. Now, there are some people who feel like if you don't know everything, if you can't see everything, you should always be scared and worried, and they live in fear. And that's survival mode. The Fool energy is somebody who has ascended. You're actually on a mountaintop. So they can call you whatever they want to. I don't know how you got out of a situation or how you have experienced this freedom or this release. But for others who can't see or understand how you did it, it won't make sense to them. They could be caught in darkness and fear and pessimism, which is why they look at you to be foolish, but you definitely have accomplished something. And it's a new beginning where you are packing light. So you're not carrying the burdens of others. And it looks like you dealt with your own burdens too. So new beginning, fresh new beginning, fresh new energy. Somebody is getting ready to embark on a new story. Let's see. Ooh, justice. Very nice. Certain things are balancing out because you let it go. This is probably a scenario like what I was talking about. There are certain things that you do want to wait on God to do, or you want to wait on the universe. You really don't want to put your hands on it, or you don't want to be responsible for it. And so I feel like this is something that you won't have any karmic ties or strings connected to. This is something that is being handled for you. That definitely has to do with your past. Six of Cups. This is bringing back in the part of the past that you want to rehash, redo, relive. Okay, so nothing is off limits to you. With the Fool, the world is your oyster. Everything new is available for you. You have all these options. Whatever was in the past, that's not off limits either. If you want it, if you like it, if you want to recreate it or do it again, you definitely can, and you feel free to. The Six of Cups is definitely, there is maybe someone or some situation or something from your past that you want to bring into the present reality. That could be, you could be open to that, and now that is coming in for you with the Six of Cups energy. And Justice. Okay, nice. What's the Fool? Five of Swords. Well, you're the victor and you won, but it's like bittersweet. Maybe not for you. It could be. It could be. It could be multifaceted. I don't think you're bitter though. If you were bitter, you wouldn't be open. So you're not missing any opportunities because you aren't bitter. But you may have other people who are. There could be people who are stuck in bitterness or hatred because of your choice or your decision. And because of this move. Okay, someone was trying to strategize you, but you can't strategize what you can't see, what you don't understand, or who you aren't, or what you can't be. You can't strategize it. You never lived it. You've never done it. It's, you know, this was like a battle or a competition. It made no sense. What's the high? Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever you can't see or whatever you don't know, it would not be to your benefit to know it or see it anyway. It would be draining or destabilizing. It would be a waste of time or effort. It could also push you into a more egotistical energy and kind of bring you back to that point where you felt as if you need to hold on to everything, or you can't let anything go because you were stuck in, like I said, fear or struggle mode. And that's what the Five of Swords was for. Someone wanted to keep you stuck in war. If you're in war, you can't embrace where you are. You can't embrace what's new. You can't live your life fully, and you can't even get what used to be good. You're like stuck in this space of feeling like you need to fight to be who you are, or fight to have what you want. And life is supposed to be a lot easier than that. So something was a trap. And I feel like you got out of the trap. The High Priestess in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse. There could also be someone who is not only losing their ability, like abilities, high priest, high priestess energy. That could be someone who is very intuitive, or at least they used to be. Someone could be losing that ability, and they may also be losing financial or physical material things. They could be losing status in a community. What's the Sun in reverse? Maybe that's who's unhappy. Everything is fine is in reverse. This is Ten of Swords. It's someone's ego death. I feel like someone was trying to hold on to an ego, but they could not hold on to it if you did not create it. if you didn't give light to it. So you're not giving light to some ego that someone wanted to play on or become or be, and they can't create it on their own. That's interesting. Someone was not self-made. They were creating themselves based on what you could see, what you believe, or maybe even what you were asking for. It could be someone that was trying to please you, just using very unconventional means to do it. So someone could be losing out now. What's the Three of Swords in reverse? They are forced to heal and deal with life, deal with reality, deal with the truth of who they are and what they want to do, who they are outside of you. Yeah, Five of Cups. Someone is in regret too, because I feel as if healing means they have to see all of where they wasted their talents, wasted their emotion, wasted their energy, their effort. But this person is going to have success on the other end, okay? Could be a Scorpio, King of Cups, Six of Wands, a Leo, and the Five of Cups. Something is going to be very successful, very successful. This is after a difficult time period. So someone is going from who they may have thought someone wanted them to be to who they really are naturally. Or this is someone standing their ground on who they are naturally. And the person that may have been trying to mimic them, or the person that was benefiting off of them not being their authenticity, off of them being stuck or stagnant or pissed off or bitter. Like if you went through a dark time period and this person was able to get a high off of that, they're losing that. So they're falling flat on their face or flat on the ground. But I feel like all around this is going to equal healing. So it's either because you chose to with the full energy, or because you were forced to with the Three of Swords in reverse. You had no choice. It's heal or fall. So I feel like everybody's answering a call or something like that to their future, to the present, rising to the occasion, rising to reality, living the truth that they've been handed, what they've created for themselves. This also has to do with ownership or accountability, okay? Someone's no longer able to look to you or to burden you. That could have been someone that was able to pass off their issues as yours so that they didn't have to deal with them. And this may have been someone that was unseen. This could have been what was draining your energy because of your desire to reveal the person that you knew was opposing you or causing you issues physically in life. You took something into your own hands, okay? But what was on the other side of that? So if you did that, that was for a time period. That is war. But maybe it was worth it for you. And if so, I feel like this is your new beginning. This is your success. So even if it was war, I feel like it was blessed. Your warfare was blessed. It was backed. It was worthy. It was a noble cause. And I feel as if someone else, maybe it wasn't so noble, so it's not going to be as easy for them. But they're going to make it out too. And they have the possibility for the Six of Wands. What's the Three of Swords? Okay, Seven of Cups. Oh, Six of Swords in reverse.